Okay.
Very clever. Clever stuff. All by yourself. Well done.
I was taught well.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why. Backstage pass at the Mandoki Soulmates Backstage Press Hour with Mr. John Heliwell.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for coming on our show. Greatly appreciate it. You are backing vocals, woodwind, and super saxophonist to Supertramp.
Yes, for many years.
So happy to have you. Huge fan.
Thank you.
Okay, it's tonight, Beacon Theater, Mandoki Soulmates. It's Grammy Week, first U.S. show for Mandoki Soulmates.
Yes.
What's your vibe tonight?
I love to come to New York. I don't come often enough. I used to live in the States, actually in Los Angeles, but I used to come to New York more often. But I moved back to UK, so I don't come here very often anymore. And usually with Leslie we play in Europe, so it's the first one, as you said. It's quite exciting. It's an exciting place. So I wouldn't like to live here, but I love to visit.
Well, I've been to your part of the woods too, and I loved it over there in the UK. I would like to live there.
Well, I went back because I was living in California for 17 years, and so I needed a bit of reality. So I went back to England. Better beer.
Yeah, you're on the wrong coast if you want reality. You got to stick to this East Coast.
Yes.
Then you have the reality.
That's it.
All right, so in between your songs, the Supertramp shows, you MC, you tell jokes. Is this something that comes easy to you, or are you just a natural jokester? And do you have a favorite joke to get the audience riled up?
No, I don't. I'm not actually a comedian at all, but nobody else wanted to make announcements with Supertramp. And when we started off, it was very serious. We were doing this project, an album called Crime of the Century, and the songs are quite serious. So it seemed like whenever there was a little break, the crowd needed maybe a little bit of relief, and I just say whatever comes into my head, and so sometimes it's good, sometimes it's mediocre, but they just needed that little break from the tenseness of the music. So it was just felt on me to be the announcer. I quite enjoyed it.
I don't mind listening to you. Your voice is lovely.
Well, thank you.
The accent's beautiful. I could listen to that all day. So in 1987, you decided to play on Pink Floyd's A Momentary Lapse of Reason.
Yes, and they spelt my name wrong.
They
on
did
the
spell
cover.
your name wrong.
Yes.
What did David Gilmour do to make that up to you? Did he send you a fruit basket?
I don't know whether he knows
some
or not.
scones?
No. But what had happened was that David played on our album a couple of months before.
Yes, Brother Where You Bound.
Brother Where You Bound, yeah. And then, so he asked me to play on that. There's 3 saxophone players on that album, so and we're not actually.
Oh, I know.
We're not actually designated as to who did what, but I can tell which is mine.
One of them is Mr. Scott Page,
Yes.
who I interviewed in August.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Is he still playing?
He is still playing. He actually played at NAMM with my dear friend Kenny Lee Lewis of the Steve Miller Band, and they were just at I want to say Hard Rock Cafe or no House of Blues. I'm sorry, House of Blues, and they did this. You know, it's like there's this few different super groups out there, and they get a bunch of different band members together. And I mean, isn't that a beautiful thing that there are all these super groups now?
Yeah, that's good.
You know, more people come out and they're like, oh, we like that one, we like that one, and we know this one, and you get to hang out with your buddies and jam.
It's nice. It's for the public, and it's good for the musicians too. This band's great. There's so many good musicians, singers.
Let's talk about sound check because I grew up going to sound checks my whole life because my dad is the sound guy. And when you guys, when you're with Supertramp and you're doing your sound check for your shows, that's different. But when you guys are all together doing Mandoki Soulmates sound check, do you guys ever look over at each other and you realize you're learning something from somebody else in that stage?
All the time.
Because it's like kind of newer.
All the time. Listening to, for example, Randy Brecker playing, it's lovely. And I stand and sit next to Bill Evans too, which is lovely. And Till Bronner. There'll be those 4 of us tonight. Yeah, it's real good and it's inspirational, and we seem to be good friends, you know.
I asked that question because a lot of people think just musicians that have been around forever and a day. You would think that they know everything. But in reality, you never stop learning, especially from your peers, correct?
The problem is with learning, it's like an island. When you first start off, knowledge is like a small island. So the circumference of that island might be just 2 or 3 miles, as an analogy. But as you know more and more, the island gets bigger. So the circumference of what you don't know gets bigger and bigger and
Much
bigger.
bigger.
So there's miles and miles of coastline now that I've got to catch up on. So we'll never stop
Never
learning.
stop.
And the good thing about this too is that no one has an ego problem with this band, so there's no...
Right, that you're all so incredibly humble.
Well, yeah, I think it's because most of the people are quite at ease with what they do, even though they've got a lot to learn, they're at ease with what they play.
That's a beautiful thing to see, and you can tell when you're sitting in the audience and you're watching a show like that when the people are egotistical or humble, and I'm very excited to see that. All of you being humble on that stage tonight. That's going to be a beautiful show. What do you have coming up?
Me?
What projects do you
Well,
have?
I have my own group, which is called Creme Anglaise, which is British musicians, and we just do a few gigs in a year, every year. I've got a gig in a couple of weeks, just in a small town in the north of England. I have a tour in Germany with Jesse Siebenberg, the son of Bob Siebenberg, the drummer with Supertramp. Jesse is a multi-instrumentalist singer. Myself and Jesse are going to play on this show in Germany that's running through April called Rock Meets Classic. And there's various people on that tour that come together. It's not like the Soulmates, but it's a bit like that, different people. Francis Rossi, for example, from Status Quo is on this show. So that'll be good. And then I have a recording project which I'm in this. It's mental at the moment. It hasn't come to fruition, but later this year he's probably doing saxophone and string quartet album.
Wow.
With me playing the saxophone, of course, not the strings.
Let me just tell you. Everybody who knows me knows that my favorite instrument is the saxophone. And in my house with my daughters, on Sunday mornings when we make pancakes, I put on saxophone music. So you tell me, you message me when you put that album out, because I'd like to play that in my house.
It's a deal.
Okay? It's a deal. It's a deal. Thank you for coming on our show.
You're welcome.
And we're excited to see you on stage tonight.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.